All right, everyone, let's continue. Today we're reading the second book of Esdra, chapter 5, in the Apocrypha. This is to help connect end time prophecies with the book of Daniel, the book of Revelation, and also you can use the New Testament, Matthew. You know, these are all important scriptures to connect the dots. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are running out of time. So, with that being said, let's dig into chapter 5. And remember, we left off at chapter 4, where the angel is now going to start disclosing to Ezra events and time frames of the future. Because remember, this book was written over 2,500 something years ago. And here we are in August 2024. And what I'm going to be sharing with you as at the end of this series is I'm going to be connecting the dots for everybody. Because I've already connected them. But I think it's imperative and important for people to comprehend and understand it in the modern day world where they can say, hold up, this is true, it's always been true. Maybe we have been lied to, we just don't know about it, we're ignorant, or we just didn't care. Well, as of today, I hope that you take the time to pray, meditate, research, do whatever it is you got to do to find the truth. Because the truth is really ultimately um, the most important belt buckle to build on. Okay, it's the way. So now here we go, chapter 5. Now concerning the signs. So here we go. Behold, the days are coming when those who dwell on earth shall be seized with great terror, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith, and unrighteousness shall increase beyond what you yourself see, and beyond what you heard of formerly. And the land which you now see ruling shall be waste and untrodden, and men shall see it desolate, But if the Most High grants that you live, you shall see it thrown into confusion after the third period. And the sun shall suddenly shine forth at night, and the moon during the day. Blood shall drip from wood, and the stone shall utter its voice. The people shall be troubled, and the stars shall find. And one shall reign whom those who dwell on earth do not expect. And the birds shall fly away together, and the sea of Sodom shall cast up fish. And one whom the many do not know shall make his voice heard by night, and all shall hear his voice. There shall be chaos also in many places, and fire shall often break out, and the wild beasts shall roam beyond their haunts, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters, and salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall conquer one another. Then shall reason hide itself, and wisdom shall withdraw into its chamber. And it shall be sought by many, but shall not be found. And unrighteousness and unrestraint shall increase on earth. And one country shall ask its neighbor, has righteousness or anyone who does right passed through you? And it will answer no. And at that time men shall hope but not obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper. These are the signs which I am permitted to tell you. And if you pray again and weep as you do now, and fast for 7 days, you shall hear yet greater things than these. Then I awoke, and my body shuddered violently, and my soul was so troubled that it fainted. But the angel who had come and talked with me held me and strengthened me and set me on my feet. Now on the second night, Phaltiel, a chief of the people, came to me and said, "Where have you been, Ezra, and why is your face sad? Or do you not know that Israel has been entrusted to you in the land of their exile? Rise therefore and eat some bread, so that you may not forsake us like a shepherd who leaves his flock in the power of cruel wolves." Then I said to him, "Depart from me and do not come near me for 7 days, and then you may come to me." He heard what I said and left me. So I fasted 7 days, mourning and weeping, as Uriel the angel had commanded me. And after 7 days, the thoughts of my heart were very grievous to me again. Then my soul recovered the spirit of understanding, and I began once more to speak words in the presence of the Most High. And I said, "O sovereign Lord, from every forest of the earth and from all its trees, thou hast chosen one vine. And from all the lands of the world, thou hast chosen for thyself one region. And from all the flowers of the world, thou hast chosen for thyself one lily. And from all the depths of the sea, thou hast filled for thyself one river. And from all the cities that have been built, thou hast consecrated Zion for thyself. And from all the birds that have been created, thou hast named for thyself one dove. And from all the flocks that have been made, thou hast provided for thyself one sheep. And from all the multitudes of people, thou hast gotten for thyself one people. And to this people with whom thou hast loved, thou hast given the law, which is approved by all. And now, O Lord, why have thou given over the one to the many, and dishonored the one root beyond the others, and scattered that only one among the many? And those who oppose thy promises have trodden down those who believe thy covenants. If thou dost really hate thy people, they should be punished at thy own hands. When I had spoken these words, the angel who had come to me on the previous night was sent to me, and he said to me, "Listen to me, and I will instruct you. Pay attention to me, and I will tell you more." And I asked, "Speak, my Lord." And he said to me, "Are you greatly disturbed in mind over Israel? Or do you love him more than his maker does?" And I said, "No, my Lord, but because of my grief I have spoken. For every hour I suffer agonies of heart, while I strive to understand the way of the Most High, and to search out part of his judgment." And he said to me, "You cannot." And I said, "Why not, my Lord? Why then was I born? Or why did not my mother's womb become my grave? That I might not see the travail of Jacob and the exhaustion of the people of Israel." He said to me, "Count up for me those who have not yet come, and gather for me the scattered raindrops, and make the withered flowers bloom again for me. Open for me the closed chambers, and bring forth for me the winds shut up in them, or show me the picture of a voice, and then I will explain to you the travail that you ask to understand." And I said, "O sovereign Lord, who is able to know these things except he whose dwelling is not with men? As for me, I am without wisdom, and how can I speak concerning the things which thou hast asked me?" He said to me, "Just as you cannot do one of the things that were mentioned, so you cannot discover my judgment, or the goal of the love that I have promised my people." And I said, "Yet behold, O Lord, thou dost have charge of those who are alive at the end. But what will those do who were before us, or we, or those who come after us. He said to me, I shall liken my judgment to a circle. Just as for those who are least, just as for those who are last, there is no slowness. So for those who are first, there is no haste. Then I answered and said, couldst thou not have created at one time those who have been, and those who are, and those who will be, that thou mightest show thy judgment the sooner? He replied to me and said, the creation cannot make more haste than the Creator. Neither can the world hold at one time those who have been created in it. And I said, how hast thou said to thy servant that thou wilt certainly give life at one time to thy creation? If therefore all creatures will live at one time, and the creation will sustain them, it might even be able to support all of them present at one time. The angel, he said to me, ask a woman's womb, and say to it, if you bear 10 children, why one after another? Request it therefore to produce 10 at one time. I said, of course it cannot, but only each in its own time. He said to me, even so have I given the womb of the earth to those from time to time are sown in it. For as an infant does not bring forth, and a woman who has become old age does not bring forth any longer, so have I organized the world which I created. Then I inquired and said, since thou hast now given me the opportunity, let me speak before thee. If our mother, of whom thou hast told me, is young, still young, or is she now approaching old age? He replied to me, ask a woman who bears children, and she will tell you. Say to her, why are those whom you have borne recently not like those whom you born before, but smaller in stature? And she herself will answer you. Those born in the strength of youth are different from those born during the time of old age, when the womb is failing. Therefore, you also should consider that you and your contemporaries are smaller in stature than those who were before you. And those who become after you will be smaller than you, as born of a creation which already is aging and passing the strength of youth. And I said, O Lord, I beseech thee, if I have found favor in thy sight, show thy servant through whom thou dost visit thy creation. All right, everyone. Now I'm going to do another video. I'm starting to do 2 videos for each chapter, especially when it comes to this particular point in the prophecy, because there's a lot to discuss. And so I'm going to leave it at that for right now. And on the next video, I'm going to pretty much do all the concerns and pretty much what I got out of it and how I interpret it, and see if it can help you out to understand this prophecy and where we at in this time frame of the prophecy and how it impacts you and your loved ones. So with that being said, have a blessed day. Thank you very much, and stay connected to the next part, which is the questions and answers, or the revision of the chapter 5. Thank you.